So you also take the coordinates in the same way I'm taking, because if you're numbering differently the nodes, so coordinate elements means it is 1. Then already we have done the quad 4 element. This is 2, and this corner node is 3, and this is 4. Then you will have, so it's 8 elements, so 8 nodes should be there. So I can select one node here, that is 5. This is 6, this is 7, and this is 8. So I think I can draw better in the other thing, other bigger. So I'll make it bigger, or I'll draw here. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to mark this as 5. This node as 6. This is 7, and this is 8. So can you mark the ordinates of this one? This is xi and this is eta, positive eta. So for the coordinate 1, it is 1 comma 1. Then if this is only you mark for the outer coordinates, it's enough. Outer coordinates, this is x-axis, it is -1, y-axis, it is +1. And this is both are negative. X is also in the, x means xi is in the negative direction, -1, and this is also, y is also in the minus direction. And this is
1 comma minus
1 comma -1. Can you mark it for 5? 5 it is 5. X is 0. This is the origin. So the origin
0
0 comma 1.
1.
Then this one, sixth one, it is -1. Am I correct? -1 comma y-axis, it is 0. Y-axis, it is 0. Then the 7th point, it is x is 0 and y is -1. Am I writing correctly? Then this is x is minus +1. X is +1. X is +1 and y is 0. What I have written is correct. Now I have to find out the nodal functions, shape functions for the, that is shape functions. I'll take it as xi1, xi2, xi3, xi4, xi5, xi6, xi7, and xi8. So these are the quantities I have to find it out. So when I am considering, let us take xi1 is for this node. When I am considering, I can leave this node, and xi1 is equal to 1 is equal to c into a constant into. So I have to cover all the other things. That is when I am taking that one for finding out to find xi1, that I'll explain. Other things you have to do. Xi1. So if I take that one, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can leave this one and I have to cover the remaining things. So I can take this line and I'll draw it another color. If I take this line, I will be covering 2, 6, the nodes 2, 6, 3 will be covered. What is the equation of this line? Can you tell me? Somebody can tell me? What is the equation of line? Because you learned in quad 4 element. Tell me. Equation of this line is? Tell me. What is constant there?
Y equal to 1.
This is xi and this is eta. So
Psi is equal to 1.
Xi is equal to 1. This equation of this line is xi is equal to 1. Xi is equal to 1. And we will move on to the equation of this. Equation of this is, so it will be covering 3, 7 and 4. So equation of this line, somebody else? What is the equation of this line?
Eta is equal to -1.
Eta is equal to -1. Eta is equal to 1. So if you write this one, you will get xi -1 is equal to 0 and eta -1 plus 1 is equal to 0. This is equal to eta is equal to eta plus 1 is equal to here. Xi -1 is equal to 0. So tell me.
Ma'am, eta is equal to -1 தானே ma'am?
Eta is equal to -1. It is eta is equal to -1. So eta plus eta is equal to -1. So when I am taking that one, the xi, you are talking about xi. Xi is equal to
Ma'am, psi is equal to -1 தானே ma'am வரும் left side.
So xi plus 1 is equal to 0. Now it's correct. Xi plus 1 is equal to 0.
Yes ma'am.
So have you written the equation of that one? So I told you that you can cover 2, 6, 3, 3, 7, 4 if you take the equation of this line, and you have to cover this one. But when you are taking that one, it should not cover 1. So you have to take a line like this, so that the 5 to in order to include that the nodes 5 and 8, in order to include the nodes. So can I write this one xi1 as 1 plus psi and 1 plus eta, and one more thing. So 1 plus xi covers 2, 6, 3, and 1 plus eta, it includes 3, 7 and 4, and I have to include this 5 and 8. So how will you find out that equation of that line? That is at 8th node xi is equal to 0, and 1 minute, 5 and 8, 1 minus xi minus eta is equal to 0. That is the equation of line. If you substitute that one, just check it. At 8, you should get this is the equation of this line, what I have written here. This is the equation of the line. Just check it. 1 minus xi minus eta is equal to 0. Suppose if I am taking the node 8th, xi is equal to 1 and eta is equal to 0. So when I substitute 1, xi is equal to 1, I'm talking about this 8th node. So xi is equal to 1 and eta is equal to 0. So 1 minus minus 1 is equal to 0. So this equation is going to satisfy for the 8th node. When I go to the 5th node, what will happen? 5th node, the value is 0 and 1. So 1 minus 0 and eta is equal to 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the line 5 and 8. Any confusion in this one? This is the equation. When I am substituting that value at node and 8 and 5, their coordinate values, it should satisfy. So when I am substituting the value of xi and eta at node 8, if you want, you write at node 8, 1 minus xi is equal to 1 and eta is equal to 0. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. At node 5, 1 minus xi is equal to 0 and eta is equal to minus 1. So 1, 0, minus 1 is equal to 0. So that is also getting satisfied. So that is the equation of line 1 minus xi minus eta is equal to 0. So I have to substitute here 1 minus xi minus eta. 1 minus. So I can find out the value of xi. So at node point 1, what's the value of the nodal point xi and eta? That value substitute. Xi is equal to 1 and eta is equal to 1. Here eta is equal to 1 and xi is equal to 1. You substitute that one and find out the value of C. And tell me the value of C now. So if you finish that one, you are going to do it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and you are going to complete it today. If you finished for, now you find out the value, because we know that only at the, I'm considering node 1 means at that node the displacement will be equal to 1 and all the other nodes it will be equal to 0. So I can find out the value of constant here. Similarly, you have to find out the node 2. When you're covering the node 2, what will happen? You have to cover, I'll explain that one because you are going to do the remaining things. This is the second node. When I am taking, I have to cover this one. This is a line and this is a line. Again, 5 and 6 line, you have to make it 5 and 6. So find out the equation of this one, like what I have done here. For 5 and 8, you have to find out 5 and 6, and then you have to proceed. Do it now. So finally, I'll give. We can check the answer for all the other quantities. 5 2, 5 3, 5 4. Sorry, psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4, psi 5, and psi 8. Class. Third year. Okay. 1 minute. Completed. Tell me the value of C when you are doing for Xi 1. What you are getting for C?
-4.
Minus 4 or
Minus
1? Minus
4.
4 or 1 by 4?
1/4.
1 by 4. C is equal to minus. That's the correct answer. So I can write Xi 1 is equal to the C value I can substitute as minus 1 by 4. Similarly, you do it for other things, psi 2, psi 3. First you write the equation, then you try to solve it. Find out the value of C. Class.
Ma'am.
Tell me. What is psi 2?
Ma'am, note 5 and 6 எப்படி ma'am?
Nodes 5 and 6. I formulate the equation. I told you that is 1 minus xi minus eta is the equation for 5 and 8. Similarly, you try to formulate for 5 and 6. How did I explain? What did I explain? That is, I have formulated this one and it should satisfy the conditions of 5 and 8. So when I take 8, the node is xi is equal to at node 8, xi is equal to 1. Xi is equal to 1. So if and eta is equal to, if I take the node 6, if I take the node 6, shall I draw on the next page? Shape function. at node 2. So your doubt is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you know how to find out, cover all these things. It's 1, 8, and this one also you know how to find out the equation of this line. So your doubt is to find out how to find out the equation of this line. So if I take that one, that is 1 plus xi, because at this node xi is equal to minus 1. So if I take that one, and this is a positive z, that is positive means it is plus 1, so therefore I have to take minus, that is equal to 0. So 1 plus, this is negative xi, so I have to take it as plus xi, and here it is positive xi, so I have to take it as 6, then only this equation will be satisfied. So I'll check it now at what is happening at node 1, node 6. At node 6, 1 plus xi is equal to minus 1 and eta is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 0 is equal to 0. So that at node 6 it is satisfied. Then what about 5? At 5, 1, this is xi is equal to 0 plus 0, this is eta is equal to minus 1. So plus 1, that is minus 1 is equal to 0. So here also it is satisfied. So this equation is 1 plus psi minus eta. Understood? So how you formulate is 1, then the xi, if it's a positive quantity here, negative quantity you have to put plus xi, the reverse of that one. Then if it's a positive quantity you have to put a minus sign. So when you substitute the values at nodes and 6 and 5, it will be satisfied. So this is simple way to formulate the equation of this line. Can you tell for the line 7 and 8 at one point of time you need this also? 7 and 8, can you tell me? 1, somebody tell me. 1, this is the eta is equal to positive, no, z is equal to negative, so you have to put plus eta, and xi is equal to 0 here, so plus xi is equal to 0. So when I check at the node 7, eta is equal to minus 1, so 1 minus 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. When you look at this 8th node, you will have to 1 plus eta is equal to xi is equal to, this is minus, not plus, this is minus. So when you look at this 8th node, 1 plus eta, eta is 0 and xi is minus plus 1, xi is plus 1. Here it is 1 comma 0 comma 0. So eta is 0, and xi is equal to plus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So this is the equation for 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Any confusion? Similarly, you have to formulate for 6 and 7 also. Formulate and tell me 6 and 7 what you will get. So when you are taking the node 3, you will come across the 6 and line equation of the line 6 and 7.
Ma'am, 1 plus psi plus eta.
For which one you are telling, for 6 and 7?
Yes, ma'am.
We will check it. That is 1. This is the, if you take that 7th node, it is eta is equal to xi is equal to 0. Okay, xi is equal to, this is minus xi, so this is plus psi, and this is also minus plus eta. What did you read?
Same answer, ma'am.
Same thing. It's correct. 1 plus psi plus eta is equal to 0. So when you substitute here, you will have xi is equal to minus 1 and eta is equal to 0. Xi is equal to 0 and eta is equal to minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. When you substitute here, 6th one, it is 1 minus 1 plus 0 is equal to 0. So these are the lines. Now you will be able to easily formulate the values of all the nodes, all the other nodes. Psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, psi 4, psi 5 up to 8. So did you formulate for psi 2? Formulate and tell me for psi 2. What's the constant value of the constants you are getting?
Same answer, ma'am. Minus 1 by 4.
1 by 4. Okay.
Minus 1 by 4.
Psi 2. Psi 2 is minus 1 by 4. Okay. Then you formulate for psi 3. So psi 2 you are getting as equal to 1 is equal to c into what is the equation of this line? This is eta plus 1 and
Psi minus
xi. What about this one? Xi is equal this equation of this line is
psi minus 1.
xi minus 1 and xi minus 1. Then what is the equation of 6
1
and
plus psi minus eta.
1 plus xi
Psi minus eta.
eta? Okay. So when you are finding out that one, you have to find out the nodal coordinate of 2. What is the nodal coordinate of 2? That is equal to minus 1 and 1. So substitute xi is equal to minus 1 and eta is equal to 1 because we are finding out the shape function at the node 2. So you have to take the coordinates of xi and eta at node 2. So eta is equal to minus plus 1 and xi is equal to minus 1. So if you're finished, you can move on to Xi3, formulation of Xi3. That is equal to 1 is equal to C into, so you have to take the node. You have to cover this and this. Anybody has got the answer for Xi3?
Minus 1 by 4.
Minus 1 by 4. And what is the equation for Xi3?
Psi minus 1.
Xi minus 1.
Eta minus 1.
Eta minus 1. Then this one.
1 plus psi
1 plus psi
plus eta.
plus eta. Okay. Similarly, find out for Psi4. I want to hear from Thamari Selvan and Kabir. Are they not in the class? Are they not in the class? I want to hear from them also. Anyone else? Kabir, have you done it? Thamari Selvan? Can you tell me the equation of Xi4?
Ma'am, they are not in class, ma'am.
Thamari Selvan? Can you please tell me the value of Xi4?
Ma'am, he is not in the class, ma'am.
Not in the class. He's not attending the class. I didn't check it also. Oh, he's on leave today. Kritika, Jagan. What about Kabir, sir? This Mikyas also is
He,
he's not attending, yeah? Mikyas, he's not in the class, Mikyas?
he came, ma'am, and then he left to hostel, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow when he comes, ask him to meet me, okay?
Oh, okay, ma'am.
He's not attending the class also. I didn't notice that he didn't attend. He didn't attend. So I think I have to repeat it. Only 3 people are attending. Remaining 3 are absent. But you can download that video recording and you can send it, no? Sweta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.